We are going to start class over here, so let's get started. So some participant facing issue while making assignment over there. So how you can make your assignment, that we are going to discuss. So let's see how you can make assignment. So when we are talking about the assignment, so how you can submit your assignment. So just what you have to do, you have to go to your account in the Tinkercad. So when you are going in your account and you are going to join using that class code, and after that you are going to see in your classes class, you are going to find it this one. It means whatever project you are going to make it in your Tinkercad account, that will be automatically get submitted. No need to join class again and again. Only once you have to join the class, and after that your assignment is being get submitted over there. I mean, whatever project you are going to make it, that will be visible over here, and we will able to see your assignment. That assignment will be part of your daily activity also. That will be submitted in your college also. No need to worry about it. So those participants having not having laptop, so they can try in the mobile phone, and whenever they are having a computer or desktop, at the end also they can complete all the assignment. Okay, that's great. So few assignment we have seen. Two assignments are there. Okay. So coming back over here, so in a previous class, we have discussed about some coding concept. So coding concept we have discussed over there. So over there we have used some sensor, we have used relay also over there, and we made some project based on like analog sensor we were reading. So in the previous class we were reading analog sensor, analog read. So the code we have written for that. So now we are going to move ahead with that one. So we have discussed about analog input, this one. So whenever we have to read any kind of analog signal, so we can use potentiometer, and then after that we can use analog pin A0 to A5, any analog pin we can use it over there. And with the help of that, we can read any kind of analog signal, and we can display that analog signal. So that analog signal will be get displayed on the serial monitor. So for that we have written code over there in the previous class, and we have used one like serial print when we have printed value on the serial monitor. So this one is analog read concept. Now we are going to talk about analog write. Like if you want to control any appliance light intensity you want to control, and you want to control uh, fan speed, you want to control motor speed. So how we can sorry, how we can do that? For that we are going to use the concept of analog write. Analog write concept we are going to do it, but before that, one concept that we are going to discuss over here, that is very important. So let me discuss that concept. That is voltage divider rule. That is very important concept that we are going to discuss over here. That is voltage divider rule. So what is voltage divider rule? So in the voltage divider rule, whenever we are going to give any supply voltage, so whenever we are going to give any supply voltage over there, you can see, so we are using two resistance like this. When we are using two resistance, so what we are going to get when we are measuring voltage over here, so voltage will be get reduced. That depend upon those two resistance value. That depend upon two resistance value over there. So now this one is a simple circuit. We are going to make it for voltage divider rule like this. So over there we are going to use R1, R2 resistance for dividing the voltage. All the circuit are same. Just their representation is little bit different. So the basic concept we are going to understand over here. If you are not familiar about it, so try to understand. That will be helpful later on whenever we are going to make any kind of complex circuitry, or when we are going to program it using Python and as well as embedded C. So now you can see we are using R1 and R2 two resistance, and over here R1 and R2 all the circuit are same. Their representation is only different. So this one will be the formula of voltage divider rule. Whenever we are going to use this voltage divider rule, based on that, what you can do, you can get output voltage over there. So now what we are going to do, we are going to use this voltage divider rule and going to check it out how this voltage divider rule will work. So that we are going to discuss over here. So first of all, when we are going to use this voltage divider rule, so we have to change R1 and R2 value, and based on that output voltage will be varying. So like this one is a circuit. Now what you have to do, you have to use this formula V output, V in, and R2 divided by R1 plus R2. And now you have to tell me what will be the output voltage. So over here V supply is given. The same formula you have to use it. So V supply is given. V supply is that is 75 volt. And now what we have to do, we have to calculate V output. So R1 is given, R2 is given. So we have to calculate V output, and you have to type in the chat box what will be the value of V output. So this one you have to tell me in the chat box that what will be the value of this one. Yes, do it fast. So the formula that we have given over there, so that is V supply, sorry, V output is equal to V supply into R2. So R2 we have to take it over here, R2 divided by R1 plus R2. This one is the formula that we have to use it, R1 plus R2. So this formula we have to use. So this one is supply voltage, R1 value is 2 kilo ohm and R2 value is 500 ohm. Based on that, you have to calculate output voltage. What will be the output voltage over here? So this one is output voltage. So do the calculation and let me know the value in the chat box that you have to answer it. So you have to answer in the chat box. आपको चैट बॉक्स में आंसर करना है कि आपकी आउटपुट वोल्टेज कितना आएगी. So R1 is given, R2 is given. Okay, 15 volt answer came over here. Okay, what about other participant? 15 volt, yes, all the answer is correct. So 15 volt is the correct answer. Okay, that's great, that's great. So it shows that all the participants are so much active. Very good. Now we are going to check it out, this one in the Tinkercad, is it working or not? So that voltage divider rule, we are going to verify it on the Tinkercad. So now I'm going to start building a new circuit and we are going to check it out, that voltage divider rule working. So for that, I'm going to use one power supply. You can search power, P-O-W-E-R, power, and you are going to find this power supply. You can take it like this. Let me increase this size so that you can see it more clearly. So yeah, now it is fine. So over there, what we are going to do, we are going to check it out. So now over there, you can see, I'm going to tinker the circuit and I'm going to make a voltage divider circuit and we are going to check it out, whatever calculation we have done, so that we are going to check it out. So we are going to use two resistance. These are the resistance over here. So we are going to take two resistance like this. So two resistance we have taken it, then you can do fit to screen. And then after that, what we are going to do, we are going to connect this ground with the negative one. So ground, we are going to connect it over here. And then after that, this one is the positive wire that we are going to connect it with this terminal. Whenever you are going to make your circuit, you have to make neat and clean. And you can do color coding also. So the positive is red and negative is black. So everyone is understood English. English is understandable for everyone. You can give your response via typing Y or N. Everyone is comfortable with the English. Okay, so should I use Hindi also, mix Hindi and English, or should I use English only? Okay, I will do little bit mixing over there, no need to worry. Okay, Hindi or English. Okay, I will mix it, no need to worry, Tushar. Okay, so now what we are going to do, we are going to complete this circuit. यहाँ से हम circuit को complete करेंगे, and the output voltage we are going to measure it using multimeter. So you can get multimeter over here at the end. जब यहाँ से आप scroll down करेंगे, so you are going to find multimeter at the bottom. आपको यहाँ पे multimeter मिलेगा. So what we are going to do, we are going to take this multimeter, click over there and drag and drop. आपको drag drop करना है and multimeter will be on the screen. So the multimeter negative, we have to connect with the negative of supply like this. Then after that, this positive we have to connect it over here in between R1 and R2. So आपको positive को यहाँ पे connect करना है like this. So after doing connection, you can make this positive color, that is orange, that is signal wire, and this one is negative. Now what we are going to do, we are going to set the value of R1 and R2. Now I'm going to set value over here, maximum 30 volt we can set. So I'm going to set it 30 volt. So this value is, supply voltage is 30 volt and R1 value is 1 kilo ohm and R2 value is also 1 kilo ohm. So what should be the output voltage as per your calculations? Give your response in the chat box. Chat box में आपको आंसर करना है. R1 की वैल्यू क्या है? 1 किलो ओम. R2 की वैल्यू भी 1 किलो ओम है and the supply voltage is 30 volt. So what should be the output voltage? Output voltage यहाँ पे कितना आना चाहिए as per your calculations that you have to answer over here, and then we are going to start simulation. Okay, so Marathi I don't know. Shivam I don't know Marathi, sorry for that. Okay, that's great. 15 volt. 15 volt, yes, that is the correct answer. 15 volt we are getting it over here because 30 volt is over here. R1 and R2 both are equal, so the output will be the half of supply voltage. You can see that is correctly coming 15 volt. Okay, now the important thing that I'm going to discuss, very important thing. So I'm going to take this value, this one is 1 ohm and this one is also 1 ohm. So what should be the output voltage? अगर R1 की वैल्यू 1 ओहम है, R2 की वैल्यू 1 ओहम है और सप्लाई वोल्टेज आपकी क्या है? 30 वोल्ट है. व्हाट शुड बी द आउटपुट वोल्टेज? आपका आउटपुट वोल्टेज क्या होना चाहिए? That is same again 15 volt. Let me check it out. Start simulation. So that is coming only 5 volt. That is coming 5 volt. Why it is so? Because R1 value is 1 ohm and R2 value is also 1 ohm, and when we talk about this value, this one is also 30 volt. So why the value is coming only 5 volt? Because as per the calculation, जो हमने calculation की है, calculation के according हमारी output voltage 15 volt आना चाहिए, लेकिन हमारा output voltage कितना आ रहा है? That is coming 5 volt. Why it is so? So very important concept that we are going to discuss, very important thing. So why that is coming? So now you can see over here, when the resistance value is very small, 1 ohm and again 1 ohm, as per the calculation output voltage should be 15 volt, but that is not coming. Again one more case we are taking it. If the resistance value is very high, 100 or 1000 mega ohm, over here is, I'm going to take it 1000 mega ohm, very high. And then we are going to start simulation. Then also we are going to see both value is same, R1 and R2 both are equal. So the output voltage should be the half of supply voltage. So but answer is coming, that is 2.50. So when we are studying that voltage divider rule in a books, so over there this one is written only that it will give output, that is as per the formula, but that is not working practically. Practically आपका ये ऐसा work नहीं करेगा. So over there how it will work practically? So what we have to do? So we have to understand why it is not working. सबसे पहले हम ये understood करेंगे कि ये वर्क क्यों नहीं कर रहा है. So for that I'm going to bring to 1 ohm to check it out at 1 ohm, and this one also I'm going to make it 1 ohm. 1 ohm. Okay. So when the resistance value is very small, now you can see current is flowing over there, that is 5 ampere, that is very high. If resistance value is very small, so current is flowing high and voltage get dropped. Over there you can see we have set the voltage that is 30 volt, but it is showing now only 10 volt. Let me make the current full. So it is showing only 10 volt. You can check it out again. हमने सेट कितना किया था वोल्टेज को, 30 वोल्ट, बट इट इज शोइंग ओनली 10 वोल्ट. आपकी वोल्टेज यहाँ पे ड्रॉप हो जाएगी. व्हाई इट इज सो? एट योर होम ऑल्सो यू माइट बी हैव ऑब्जर्व, आपने अपने घर में भी देखा होगा, व्हेन वी आर रनिंग एसी और हाई करंट रेटिंग अप्लायंस, सडनली वोल्टेज गेट ड्रॉप फॉर फ्रैक्शन ऑफ सेकेंड. उस टाइम के लिए आपकी वोल्टेज ड्रॉप हो जाती है, कम हो जाती है, देन आफ्टर दैट इट विल बी गेट स्टेबल. Because whenever we are running any high rating appliance, that appliance consume high current. So same thing is happening over here. This resistance value is very small, it means high current flow in the circuitry. So that is 5 ampere current is flowing. So अगर बैटरी की कैपेसिटी से ज्यादा करंट सर्किट में फ्लो करेगा, so what going to happen over there कि आपकी वोल्टेज ड्रॉप हो जाएगी सप्लाई की. अगर आपकी वोल्टेज ड्रॉप हो जाएगी, so based on this voltage you are going to get output voltage. Whatever voltage you are having right now after dropping voltage, so you are getting 5 volt, that is correct as per the calculation. But why that voltage is dropping? Because the resistance value is very small. So what should be the optimum value we have to take it? Okay, just suppose if the value is very high, what is happening when we were taking 1000 mega ohm? So what is happening in that case when the value is very high, 1000 mega ohm? So in this condition, current is not flowing in the circuit. Value is very high. So when the value is very high, so current is not flowing in the circuit. So voltage divider rule will not work over there. So when the current is flowing in the circuit, then only that voltage divider rule will work. So it conclude that if the resistance value is very high, then also voltage divider rule will not work. If the resistance value is very less, then also voltage divider rule will not work. So what should be the optimum range for voltage divider circuitry? That I'm just going to tell you. So the optimum range of voltage divider rule is that we are going to write it over here. So kindly see it very carefully. So the range is over here from 1K to 1 kilo ohm to 50 kilo ohm. This one is the optimum range. Over there voltage divider rule works smoothly and your voltage will not drop. 50 kilo ohm. You can note it down, that is very important. Might be these kind of questions can be get asked in the quiz. So this one is the optimum range. This one you cannot find in any book. आपको ये जो रेंज है किसी भी बुक में नहीं मिलेगी. दैट इज द प्रैक्टिकल थिंग. तो प्रैक्टिकली आप बनाते हैं, करते हैं, तभी आपको ये चीजों का पता चलता है. सो नाउ व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू डू ओवर हियर, आफ्टर दिस वी आर गोइंग टू चेक इट आउट दिस रेंज इज वर्किंग और नॉट. इस रेंज को हम क्या करेंगे, चेक करेंगे. सो लेट्स सी इट. So we are going to set the value over here, that is 1 kilo ohm. 1 kilo ohm. And this one value also we are going to set it 1 kilo ohm. 1 kilo ohm. So what you are going to get, you are getting 15 volt, that is the half of this one. And current is also very small flowing over there. Now we are going to increase it up to 50 kilo ohm. So now again I'm going to change it 50 kilo ohm. So now you can see you are still getting 15 volt, half of supply voltage, because R1 and R2 both are equal. Their value is 50 kilo ohm and again their value is 50 kilo ohm. And current is flowing very small, that is microampere. Mean your sensor, your circuit will consume very small power and it will work smoothly over there. And you are going to get output voltage, that is as per the calculation, as per the formula that we have discussed over there. So this one is voltage divider rule. So where we are going to use this voltage divider rule? So whenever we are going to use any kind of resistive sensor, so over there we are going to use voltage divider rule. Why it is so? Just let me elaborate over here. So whenever we are going to use any resistive sensor like this, you can see over here, like potentiometer we are using it, and slider we are using it, and this sensor, this one is a force sensor, ये आपको use करना है, and we are using LDR sensor. So these sensors are work based on voltage divider rule. But whenever we have to use LDR, LDR अगर हमें use करना है this sensor LDR, so how it will work? So LDR will not directly, we are not able to read LDR value directly. Why it is so? Let me check it out first of all how LDR is working. कि आपका जो LDR होगा सेंसर वो कैसे काम करेगा, फिर पहले हम इसे देखते हैं. So now you can see this one is LDR. When we are going to measure this value of LDR, you can see it over here. So we are going to measure the value of LDR. So let me bring it over here like this, like this, like this, like this. So how LDR will work? LDR is a light dependent resistor, or we can call it photoresistor. When we are going to fall light on the sensor, what is going to happen? Resistance value will be changed. So after starting simulation, click on the sensor. So जैसे हम sensor पे click करेंगे, you are going to see the light intensity over there. Now full dark. As we are going to increase the light intensity, no change we are going to notice over there. There is no change. आपका वोल्टमीटर पे कोई चेंज नहीं आ रहा है. व्हाई इट इज सो? बिकॉज दिस वन इज ए रेजिस्टिव टाइप सेंसर. फोटो रेजिस्टर मीन रेजिस्टिव टाइप सेंसर. So what we have to do, we have to go to R, click on the R, resistance. Now you will able to see the change. When we are going to increase darkness, resistance value is increasing. When we are increasing light intensity, what is happening? Resistance value is decreasing. So this sensor is working based on light intensity. जैसे ही लाइट इंटेंसिटी को हम इंक्रीज करेंगे, डिक्रीज करेंगे, so your resistance value will be vary. So the microcontroller like Arduino we have discussed, so any microcontroller cannot read directly resistance value. आपका microcontroller resistance की value को understand नहीं कर पाएगा. So the microcontroller can read any signal in the format of voltage. आपका माइक्रोकंट्रोलर वोल्टेज सिग्नल को ही अंडरस्टैंड कर सकता है. सो माइक्रोकंट्रोलर कैन अंडरस्टैंड ओनली द वोल्टेज सिग्नल. सो व्हाट वी हैव टू डू, वी हैव टू कन्वर्ट दिस रेजिस्टेंस सिग्नल into a voltage. How? So the voltage divider rule we are going to use it. So in this voltage divider rule, what we are going to do, we are going to replace one resistance, and in replacement of this resistance we are going to use LDR sensor. So either you can use this one or you can change this one. So I'm going to change the upper one. This resistance I'm going to delete it, and I'm going to bring this voltage, this resistor. Resistor mean that LDR sensor like this, and this one is connected with a positive. Same connection I have done it. So what is the uses of this one? Why we are going to use this one over here? So now simply use, you can see it over here, that why we are using it. Let me make it red color. Okay, so earlier we have seen the formula of that voltage divider rule like this. This one is the formula of voltage divider rule. Okay, now you can see if R1 value is changing, R1 value will increase, so V output value will be decreased. This one is inversely proportional, that you can see. R1 is inversely proportional to output voltage. So what we have done over there, we have replaced R1 with the LDR sensor. When R1 value will increase or decrease, output voltage will increase or decrease. So that voltage we can read in a microcontroller. So the light intensity, we are changing it, our voltage is changing. So ultimate purpose over here is that we want to convert a resistance value into a voltage. So now you can see over here what we are doing it, we are starting simulation. So we are going to click on the sensor. When we are changing light intensity, what is happening over there? Voltage is changing. that you can see it. 6 volt increasing like this, and voltage is changing like this. So this voltage we can read it in the microcontroller. So now we are going to set this voltage 5 volt, because maximum 5 volt we can read in a microcontroller. Now it is working like this. So this value you can decrease it little bit so that more accuracy you can get it. Let me take it 10K. Now it is working smoothly like this. You can see there is lot of fluctuation. So now what we have done, we have converted this resistance value, this light intensity value, in the format of voltage. Now we can read this voltage in a microcontroller. So this voltage we can read it in the microcontroller. So this one is a circuit of LDR. In the same way, any kind of resistive sensor we are going to use it. There are multiple resistance sensor available in the market, like we are going to see over here. फ्लक्स सेंसर, ये फ्लक्स सेंसर है आपका, ये भी रेजिस्टिव टाइप होता है. देन वी आर गोइंग टू सी ओवर हियर फोर्स सेंसर. ये फोर्स सेंसर भी आपका रेजिस्टिव टाइप होता है. So you have to use any kind of resistive sensor. You have to use one resistance over there like this, and you have to use voltage divider circuitry like this, and then it will work fine. And we can read that value in a microcontroller, and you can make your project. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use microcontroller over here, Arduino board, and we are going to program it. We are going to read the sensor value. Code will be the same like earlier we have used for analog read. So now over here we are going to connect like this one connected with the 5 volt. So we are going to connect with the 5 volt in the Arduino like this. So this one is 5 volt, and then after that this one is the ground. Ground is connected with the ground. So we are going to connect ground with Arduino ground, and color of the ground wire is black. So you can do color coding. Color coding करने से थोड़ा सा आपका visibility अच्छी हो जाएगी. It will look good. Then after that you can start a simulation. So now as we are going to start simulations, so we are reading some voltage. Click over there, and voltage we are changing it. That voltage we are reading it in the format of 10 bit, like earlier we have discussed, 0 to 1023. Now this voltage we have to read it in the Arduino. So how we can read it? We have to connect one wire also. This signal wire we are using in the multimeter. Same wire we are going to take it from over here, and that we are going to connect it with A0 pin, analog pin. Any analog pin you can use it. So this one is orange color. Yes, this wire we are taking it in between R1 and R2. So this one is the output voltage. So this output voltage we are measuring it in the analog pin in the Arduino. And what will be the code? So I'm just going to write code in a C++, because we have discussed earlier that C++ coding. So how you can write code over there? So I'm going to delete previous code. So we have to use first of all pin mode. Pin mode, which pin you are using it? A0 pin, that is input pin. You can use it input, and you can use semicolon. Then after that you can use over here that is the condition. So we are going to take one variable, global variable. We are taking it int sensor value, sensor or LDR value, you can call it LDR value. This one is a global variable. We can store value over there. Let me take V capital. Yes, LDR value. So now we are going to store this one is a global variable. We have declared it globally. So now we don't need to declare it again and again. Directly we are using this variable, and we are storing value over here. That is analog read, and we are going to store value over here from A0 pin, and you can use semicolon after that. So we are reading this value. After that we have to print it on the serial monitor. So whenever we have to print any value on the serial monitor, we have to start serial library. That is serial dot begin. This one is the library, and we are going to use over here baud rate 9600. This one is a broadcasting rate. So this one is a speed of data transmission in the Arduino. कि Arduino आपका कितने speed से data transmit करेगा, that you can see it over there. So now what next we are going to do over there, we are going to print on the serial monitor. So we have to use serial print, serial dot print, and we are going to print value over here. So what value we are going to print over here? We are going to print this value like this. LDR value, whatever value we are reading it, that value we are printing it on the serial monitor, and we have to use one ln over there, ln for new line. This ln is representing for new line. न्यू लाइन मीन आपकी जो वैल्यू यहाँ पे प्रिंट होगी वो दूसरी लाइन में, नीचे वाले लाइन में प्रिंट हो, ताकि आपको कंफ्यूजन ना हो. Because if we are not going to use ln, what is going to happen? You can see. So it's showing some error. So we have to resolve that error first. So it's saying that an LDR value, semicolon we have used, bracket we have used, serial dot begin we have used, and void setup, int LDR value, yes, semicolon we have not used over here. Yes, now start simulation. So now you can see on the serial monitor, the value is coming like this. Because we have removed that ln from serial print, we are not able to understand the value. So for that, we are going to use ln over there in the line, serial print ln, like this. And you can start simulation. So simulation has been started over there like this. And now you can see on the serial monitor, value is coming in a new line. Now what we are going to do over there, we are going to click over there on the sensor, and we are going to change light intensity. So when we are changing light intensity, we are going to read value, but the value is not changing over there. Yes, value is changing, yes. So you can see it, value is changing. We are increasing or decreasing the voltage. And value is very small. So the voltage, minimum voltage is 54. Value of the voltage is 54. Then it is increasing like this. So in that way, what we can do, we can increase or decrease value. So based on that, you can make different project. So now we are going to make one condition over there of automatic street light. So the sensor, one application that we are going to discuss, that is automatic street light application. So that we are going to discuss over here. So how the automatic street light application will work over there, so that we are going to discuss, and we are going to write code over there. So for automatic street light, we are going to see it, that how condition we can make it. So we are going to connect one LED over there to make it on and off. So let me connect any pin over there. We are going to connect LED. So let me connect it. So LED and resistance. With the LED, you can connect resistance so that your LED will be safe. And this one is positive. You can connect with any pin. So I'm using 12 number pin and ground. And if the sensor value limit, we can set it. So in the code we are going to do it. So in the code, what we are going to do, code में हम क्या लिखेंगे? We are going to use if condition. If LDR value, this one is variable in this value store, LDR value is greater than equal to 500. अगर आपकी वैल्यू 500 से ज्यादा हो, ए रफ वैल्यू आई हैव टेकन इट राइट नाउ, दैट यू कैन कैलिब्रेट लेटर ऑन, कि इसे आप कैलिब्रेट भी कर सकते हैं. सो व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू डू इट ओवर हियर, इफ एलडीआर वैल्यू 500 से ज्यादा हो तो आपकी लाइट क्या हो जाए, ऑन. सो फॉर टर्निंग लाइट ऑन, वी आर गोइंग टू राइट डिजिटल राइट, and we are going to use 12 number pin, that is high. So whenever we are giving output to any pin like 12 number pin or A0 pin, we have to define in the setup also. Setup में भी हमें define करना होगा pin mode, और यहाँ पे हमें लिखना होगा 12 number pin, that is output. Because you can see over here, A0 pin was the input, A0 pin हमारी input थी, and 12 number pin is output pin. So now over there you can see we are going to write condition if LED will be high. In else condition, what you want to do, LED will be low. That also we are going to check it out. So when the LED will be low in a else conditions, the condition not satisfy, we are going to make this LED low. So this bracket we have to use it, start it and close it. So in else condition, this one line we are going to copy it, right click and copy, and you can paste it like this, and you can make it low. So you can make it LED low. So this one is my code. LED will be high if the sensor value is greater than 500, otherwise LED will be off. Let me check it out how it is working. Start simulation, and you can see the value on the serial monitor. So you can see value is 54 and my LED is off, but LED should be on in the darkness. So we are going to make it reverse. So I'm going to make it greater than to less than. If the value is less than 500, LED should be on like this. So now in this condition, during the night, LED should be on. Now you can check it out, LED is on. You can reduce little bit this resistance value, that should be 220 ohm. Yes. Now LED brightness you can see it. When we are going to increase over here light intensity. So you can see on the serial monitor, when value is more than 500 during the darkness, when value is less than, suddenly value changing over there. So for that, what we are going to do, we are going to reduce this value to 1 kilo ohm. Yes. Now you can see value is increasing and still light is on. Value is increasing, light intensity is increasing, value is on. Now if the value is more than light intensity value is more than 500, because we have written in the code that you can see it over here, this condition we have used over here. If the value will be more than 500 and LED should be off. Value is more than 500, LED is turning off now, that you can see it. LED is low. And again when value is less than 500, LED will be on like this. So you can make LED on and off. You can make LED on light, automatic street light. You can make it on and off using these conditions. So this one is automatic street light project that you can make it in a very simple way. So that project you can save it. This name of the project is automatic street light. During the daytime light is off. During the night time light is on. So you can use over here relay also with that. Like earlier we have discussed relay, that also you can mount it with this one. So now this project we are going to save it. इस project को हम save कर लेते हैं with the name of automatic street light. So we have written code also, and we have made some small circuit also in the Tinkercad without having any hardware, and we can check that our code is working. So now this one is automatic street light project. So based on this one, we are going to use same circuit will be there, and we are going to use over here one another sensor that is known as a flux sensor. Flux sensor. So we can use, you can search over there with the name of flux. You can find that sensor, flux sensor. You can take the sensor over there like this, and now what I'm going to do, I'm going to mount the sensor by rotating it like this. So how this will work, that also I will let you know. So I'm going to delete this sensor, and we are going to mount the sensor in replacement of LDR. Okay, this one wire we have to delete it. So this one I'm going to mount it like this, and then after that this one we are going to connect it with 5 volt. So this one is 5 volt. You can make it red color, and this one is the signal wire output that we can connect with the multimeter, और यही वायर हम एनालॉग पिन पे कनेक्ट करेंगे A0 पिन पे. You can use any other pin also. Let's suppose A1 पिन. अभी हम A1 पिन के लिए कोड लिखेंगे. So the code will be same, and over there you can see in the code we are going to use in replacement of A0 we are going to use A1B. All other thing is same. Over here also we have to use A1. Now what we are going to do, we are going to start simulation to check it out how we are going to get the value. So okay, now it is working. So what we are going to do, we are going to rotate it like this. So we have to change the angle in this sensor like this. We have to take mouse cursor and you can rotate it like this. So this is a millivolt here. So value is changing very small and value is still in the millivolt. So we have to increase little bit this value to adjust the value so that we can get some voltage. So again 20 kilo ohm, 1 point this. So on the serial monitor, you can see how much maximum value you are getting it. So based on that, you can write your conditions. So in the serial monitor, you can see value we are getting maximum 409 and we are reducing value after that. So we have to change this value in the code. So we are going to on any appliance you want to make it on, that you can do it. I'm going to take over here. The value is 200. If the value is less than 200, then light should be on. Okay. So any value you can set it based on your requirement, because this is your own code. So you can set it. Now wait for a moment, let it stop. So I'm going to refresh it. If somehow if you are not able to change the circuit, so you can refresh it. I'm going to refresh it. Now over there, what we are going to do, we are going to change the code. So in replacement of 500, I'm going to take it 200 value, and then we are going to check it out. Start simulation. And you can rotate it and you can see in the serial monitor how much value is coming. Okay. When you can see value is less than 200, LED is on. If the value is higher than 200, you can see LED will be turned off. In replacement of LED, you can use motor also. Just on and off you have to do. Motor also, it will work fine. Like you want to control motor using your finger, or you are going to control using different motor with the different fingers, that also you can do it using this sensor. This one is very interesting sensor. Many projects you can make it using this one. So I'm going to connect it like this. 12 number pin. Now you can see start simulation. Code will be same now. We are changing it. So motor will be on now, you can see. And when it is state, motor will be off. So motor will be on and off. You can see it again like this. So based on that, you can use the voltage divider rule, and based on that, you can make many sensor circuit. If there is any kind of resistive sensor, कि आपके पास अगर resistive type कोई भी sensor है, so you can mount with the voltage divider rule like this. You can use one resistance and you can mount it over here like this, and you can read voltage like this. So if any kind of resistive sensor, you can use this circuitry and you can read it and you can write code also. This one is simple code for reading any kind of analog sensor. या आपको अगर कोई भी analog sensor read करना है, any sensor you want to read it, that you can read it over here using this one. So that you can read it using this one like this. So now that is about reading the sense value. Easily you can read it and you can make your project. So today we have discussed one important concept, that is voltage divider rule. That is very important whenever we are making any kind of sensor, any IoT sensor, so that will work over there. So that is very useful. So whatever project you are going to make it in the Tinkercad, that will be get submitted automatically, but just you have to ensure that you should have joined the classroom. So classroom joining link already I shared with you earlier. Also I will share in the WhatsApp group so that you can check it out over here. And you can check over here also in when you're going back in the workspace over here in the classes, you are going to find that one. So that one you can find it over there in your classes. So okay, it's some problems get occur. Now I'm coming to the question answer. If any participant, any student having any kind of doubt, queries, you can type in the chat box or you can ask your queries. And if there is no queries, you can type N. If there is any queries, you can type over there. So topic of assignment is this one. This one circuit you have to make it. Today topic is that you have to make flex sensor based. So this flex sensor based, you have to control the motor. This one is today assignment topic that you can make it over there. Or type your doubt, otherwise you can type no in the chat box. Okay, so I think there is no more doubt. So we are going to sum up today's sessions, and we are going to sum up over here. Before that, I want to get feedback from you. Is it understood to everyone? सबको समझ में आ रहा है? सब समझ में आ रहा है या नहीं? You type Y and N. अगर समझ में आ रहा है तो you can type Y. Otherwise, you can type N. So whatever we are teaching over here, that is clear to everyone. सबको अच्छे से समझ में आ रहा है? That's great. That's great. सो आपको मैंने लिंक शेयर किया है यूट्यूब का कि अगर समहाउ अगर आपको फिर से लेक्चर देखना होता है, सो यू कैन वॉच दैट लेक्चर, कंप्लीट रिकॉर्डेड लेक्चर इन द यूट्यूब. सो दैट लिंक आई शेयर विद यू. सो ये सेशन आपका लाइव रिकॉर्डिंग होके आपको यूट्यूब पे भी विजिबल हो जाएगा. दैट लिंक आई शेयर्ड इन द चैट बॉक्स. सो वहां से आप उसे सब्सक्राइब कर सकते हैं सो दैट वन एवर वी आर गोइंग टू डू लाइव यू कैन गेट नोटिफिकेशन ऑल्सो. सो thank you so much.